Hi everyone, this is Erica Alora from ericaalora.com, and this is a free weekly clearing. Today's subject is self-esteem, or rather low self-esteem. So during the week, I am working with clients from all over the world, healing and releasing blocks or limitations that they have to doing what they want in their life, basically experiencing joy in all areas of life. And all human beings have things they struggle with. And what I'm really doing with them is I'm breaking down the root of why they're struggling with something, where it comes from, to change their mindset so that they can experience things differently. That's really the benefit of healing. We're going into either a traumatic situation or just some beliefs and perceptions that you are holding that maybe you picked up in childhood. Maybe they were created in another lifetime. Maybe you pick them up from your ancestors, maybe from your parents. Whatever it is, we're looking at where does it come from? Why is it there? Is there a perception on any level of your being that this crappy belief or this limiting belief is actually helping you? And how is it helping you? And so a lot of this is related to misperceptions, misunderstandings. And when we go in and we work it out, there's always a realization for the client that it's not really serving any longer. Maybe it served at one point, but it's time to let it go and have a new experience. And so a lot of times, just bringing something from the subconscious into the conscious mind, meaning shining a light on something you've been believing and recognizing, oh, yeah, I've been holding that. I've been working with that belief in my life as though it were the truth, but you know what? It's not actually true. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to leave it behind. Sometimes that's all it takes to create a massive shift. So on the subject of self-esteem, it's really fascinating. I love it because through the week, I'll work with clients and there'll be the same theme that's coming up for everyone. And I always pay attention because I know it's something that I need to deliver to you for the free clearing. So one client this week, I asked her, what does worthiness mean to you when you think of worthiness? Because she talked about having low self-esteem and feeling unworthy, and the two typically go hand in hand. And so when I asked her, well, what is worthiness to you? She said, well, when I think of worthiness, I think of someone who's worked really hard for what they have or what they receive. And I thought, oh, it's so interesting. I know so many people, so many of us have the same association that our worthiness is equal to what we work for or what we produce or what we do. And it's a great way to keep people working really hard. But really, worthiness has nothing to do with that. So if we look at worthiness, we're talking about your innate sense of value, your how you value yourself, your ability to really know that you are deserving of, and that that's not reliant upon what you do, what you have. And if we look at self-esteem as defined by Wikipedia, because I looked it up, is an individual's overall subjective evaluation of their worth. It's this decision that you've made as to the attitude that you're going to have towards yourself. And when we break down this idea of, oh, I have a low self-esteem. Well, I've just always had low self-esteem. I struggle with low self-esteem. Really, what I found in healing work is that when we go back and we trace it, it's actually that you've taken on someone's perception or judgment of you and made it true. And sometimes these are peers, and sometimes these peers are 7 or 8 or 5 or 10 or 12 years old. and you've taken their perspective or their momentary unconscious opinion of you and taken it into your unconscious mind, taken it into your being, and made it true. And then you've been treating yourself as though those beliefs or perceptions or judgments are the truth. And this goes hand in hand with worthiness. So then you've said, well, Johnny from 5th grade said that I'm ugly, and I need to feel ashamed now. I feel ashamed, and I am ugly, taking it on as the truth. And now I'm unworthy, and now I'm going to overcompensate in some area of my life to feel worthy. Now, you're not doing this consciously. This is happening in the unconscious. But I think you can follow. This plays out for so many people. When I ask my clients, where do you think this unworthiness or this low self-esteem comes from? It's typically something from childhood, something from their teenage years that happened, and they took it and they made it true about who they are. So this is what we're letting go of. So we're going to tap in, and I'm going to see, I never really know. I have some themes, I want to work with low self-esteem today. I want to look at this energy of worthiness, but we'll see how this comes through, and if it's going to be a 1-parter or a 2-parter or a 3-parter, we'll just see what comes through. So I'm going to have you relax your body for a moment and close your eyes, take a breath. So I would like to call upon and invoke or bring forth the very highest vibration of source energy, which is the energy of divine wisdom, love, unconditional love, intelligence, light, and understanding. I would like to ask that I remain neutral and clear on behalf of anyone listening, that all of the beings who are working with us come forward with ease, and so it is. And just take another nice deep breath, release it whenever you're ready. What we want to do is we want to look at any area of your being, any age in this lifetime, where you picked up this perception that you are unworthy, and that's created a sense of low self-esteem, a low esteem for yourself, or any place where you have taken on other people's perceptions or judgments of you and made that true about you. So let's put a bubble of love and light around you, people and animals around you. Let's put a bubble of love and light around me, people and animals around me. I want to know if I'm working with myself, listeners, high self, or both. Nobody, so we have some wounds, some energy, some agitation coming up. Let's clear energies of negativity towards self and overwhelm. Even the perception at some level of your being, oh, I don't deserve to be healed. I don't deserve to receive relief from this. I should suffer because there is something wrong with me. Let's go ahead and release that. And any place where you picked that perception up from any adults in your life when you were a little child, any belief that you've picked up from your ancestral lineage or that you're holding at the DNA level, let's release this. So am I working with myself now, listeners, high self, or both, now both? Are there any blocks to receiving or benefiting from this session, from the modality, or from me? No. So how long from I prep myself, listeners prep their high self? Let's apply it now. What is the lowest level of consciousness for anyone on my high self committee, everybody who's working with me? Where is my soul's consciousness or level of awareness on behalf of anyone listening? Lowest level of consciousness for anyone on listeners' high self. Where's their soul's consciousness or level of awareness? So everyone receiving a healing to uplift your consciousness, your level of awareness. We want to open you up to see things from a different perspective, a different point of view. The perspective or point of view of love. So where are we starting? First of all, let's start with childhood. Anytime that you took on a belief or a perception or a judgment about you from a mother, a father, a sibling, an aunt, uncle, grandparent, anytime they made a judgment about you because maybe they were agitated, maybe they were frustrated, maybe what was said or conveyed was really something that they felt about themselves and they're projecting it onto you. And so there's an energy that's activated here of subservience, an energy of victimization, anger towards self, an energy of confusion, appeasement of others in order to be loved, overwhelm, and frustration. So what I want to know is if this is enough to clear it, let's take all accumulation of these energies and let's pull them right up and out of your being, right up through the crown chakra, up and out of your auric field, that energy field, the electromagnetic field around your body, and let's release it to the energy of source, just to be transmuted. And I want you to just take another nice deep breath and just let all of that go. And let's go ahead and release any vows, contracts, oaths, agreements, or obligations that you are holding to allow other people to define who you are. And any agreement that you're holding to take on their perceptions, their judgments about you as your truth. And let's go ahead and resolve and release that. Let's give everybody a boost on that subject. Where else is there a wound where there's a block to having self-esteem, esteem, love, confidence, consideration, compassion, appreciation for self? There's an energy here of rage. Where does this come from? This is a group consciousness program of rage. So this is any time where you are a part of a group or community. And this could be a subgroup. So for example, a group of Asian women or a group of Native American men, any type of subgroup, subsection of a population. And so being a part of this group, feeling judged, there's a rage here about low self-esteem, an energy of a need or a habit of taking on the judgments of others. And so let's go ahead and release that. A lot of this is coming from experiences, I'm hearing, of being misunderstood, feeling misunderstood, and within the experience of feeling misunderstood, actually having confusion and doubting yourself, doubting your own perceptions. So let's clear self-doubt and an energy of frustration. And so what I'm hearing is it's coming up in the now. This wound is coming up in the now because our wounds have little magnets. We keep drawing in experiences, people, situations that activate these old wounds because they're a part of your point of attraction. So let's go ahead and take this energy, these wounds, and let's release that. Let's release any abuse that you've accepted or taken in. Anything here where you believe that you deserve to abuse yourself by holding on to this energy of a low self-esteem. Anything else around that? Yes, let's clear the energy through the etheric body, holding the imprints, the perspective, the imbalance, the point of view. Let's clear all of the body programs, any place where you've taken on this sense of unworthiness and projected it onto the physical body. So because of the shape of my nose, because I'm so skinny, because I'm too big, because I'm so short, whatever it is, and you've taken that, projected it onto physical body, this sense of low self-esteem, guilt, exhaustion, resistance, victimization, abuse of self, abuse of the physical body, self-pity, and disappointment. Let's release it. Where else is there a block to the feeling or the experience of self-esteem? What's missing? There's an energy here of loneliness, frustration, helplessness, and abandonment of self that was required for you at some point in your journey to be accepted by a family or a group. So let's go ahead and take all of these agreements and these obligations and release it. The belief or the perception that if I think that I am a good person, if I think that I am attractive, if I think that I am smart, if I believe that I have courage and that I'm deserving of love, if I can look at myself and feel good about myself, it means that I'm arrogant. It means that I believe I'm better than others. It blocks me from receiving love from a family. Let's go ahead and release that. Having esteem, consideration, love, admiration for yourself is essential, because whatever it is that you're running with in your relationship with yourself, you're going to play out with other people. So for example, if you believe that you're unworthy, if there's energy here related to believing that you have to sacrifice yourself for others in order to be worthy of love, what are you going to draw in? People who treat you that way, people who are demanding, who are withholding, people who aren't loving, who have a lot of judgment. They are a perfect match to these wounds. So what we want to do is shift this within you so that you can experience something different from the people already in your life and attract in people who are loving, who are a match to this new perspective, this new feeling, this new point of view that you're holding towards yourself. So let's clear all remaining victimization around that. So the victimization piece would be, well, Erica, I was always told that I was ugly. I was always told that I was stupid. And because of that, that's just how I see myself. And so what we want to say here is you have the ability to think about and to discern whether or not those opinions were true and throw them out and make a new decision about you, who you are, your value, your worthiness, your deservability, because you come from love. You don't actually come from your parents. You come from love. You are a being of love, and you're having a human experience. You're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're evolving. You have all of these characteristics and gifts and skills as your personality now, and you're utilizing all of that to learn and experience and evolve and grow. And you have the ability to choose what's true for you. So let's look at any place where you've given up that ability, that sense of freedom or free will. There's an energy of wanting to appease others. So let's clear that and all of the hardship around that. Let's clear moodiness. Let's clear overwhelm. Clear energies related to alcoholism, health abuse, any belief, well, it just is. My mom was that way. My dad is that way. My sisters or brothers or cousins are that way. So I guess I just must be that way as well. Let's take all of that. Let's give everybody a little spiritual kick and a rap in the head. Where else is there a block to having a positive and loving attitude towards self? So let's go ahead and download your being. All of the levels of your being, all of the cells of your body, all areas of your life, with the highest perspective. That means the perspective of the divine. What it feels like and how to see yourself with love, with worthiness, appreciation, kindness, compassion, to see all of the good that you are. Let's bring this in for your being. Let's open you up to receive that. And if you're willing, let's go ahead and release any kinds of vows, contracts, oaths, agreements, or obligations to hold this energy of low self-esteem as though it's a badge of honor, as though you need it to keep you safe or protected from others. Release any belief or perception that you need low self-esteem to stay under the radar so that you don't stand out. Let's release that. And let's download your being now, that it is safe for you to be your authentic self, who you really are, the highest essence and aspect of self, and that you're eternally growing, you're eternally evolving. No one is perfect, and no one's here to be perfect. You're here to experience. You're here to learn. You're here to create. You're here to grow, to be of service to others, to be of service to self, to uplift self and others through your own example. And let's release any expectations that you're holding on yourself or others to be perfect. So I want to just ask, where else is there a block for anyone to be able to have, to experience, to embrace self-esteem? And where else is there a block to worthiness right now? Worthiness to have esteem for yourself, to have love, consideration, appreciation for self. No. So let's go ahead now and download some healing energies. What I'm hearing is we need to download you with some colors. So every color has an energy. If you're in a room that's blue, it creates a certain feeling for you. If you're in a room that's pink, it creates a certain feeling. So colors have a vibration. They have a frequency. Everything has a frequency, but colors, they have a frequency. So when you interact or experience different colors, it has a healing energy. The very nature of its frequency has an impact on you, which it can be very healing if that's what you need at the time. So the color orange, let's download this to your being. This is a very strengthening, very clarifying color, creates a lot of confidence. The color green, very soothing, nourishing, healing. The color blue, also very clarifying, but a bit of a higher octave. Think of blue, it's related to the throat chakra, the ability to speak your truth with clarity. And let's download the energy of indigo. This is a high octave of blue, more related to the third eye, Let's open this up for you. Okay, to what degree has that been accomplished? Is there anything else that I need to clear, download? Is there anything more to do? So the next clearing, we're going to do worthiness. We're going to go deeper into this experience and feeling of worthiness, and any place where you're holding unworthiness, any place where you believe that it's beneficial for you to feel unworthy, we're going to release that. So I'm excited to release that clearing next week. I hope that you really felt a shift with this, that you feel lighter, that you feel more relaxed, that you feel expansive. And I really appreciate everyone who has sent messages about things that you would like to see in the free clearings. I have a little list going, so that will be out. And take care of yourself. Have a beautiful week. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Appreciate yourself. If you enjoyed this clearing, please subscribe. Really, really love to see this channel grow. Please click the little bell underneath this video so that you can receive updates when I release a new clearing. And I will be back with another free clearing next week. Bye for now.